Okay. Hello. I'm Shelby, and I just have to say that filming this video has been one of the single most annoying experiences of my life. I just recorded 25 full minutes and the sound was completely like the mic was off. And then this lighting, the light, I can't even get into the lights. I can't get into how annoyed I am. I feel ashy, and if you know me, you know ashy ain't something that I'm about to be. Ashy is not, that's not it. I'm not, no. So I feel like these lights are making me look ashy right now, and they don't usually do that. So it's really pissing me off. Like really pissing, really making me mad. Like it's really making me mad. It just feels like everything is going wrong, and the devil is really at work right now. So I've been reading all these articles about how the corporate structure is about to like completely implode. And I'm just sitting back like, well, it's about damn time. It is about time, okay? I knew from my very first day of my very first job when I was 14 that this was some bullshit. And I definitely knew when I got my first like 9 to 5. Well, that job was 7 to 3 plus mandatory overtime. That job was trash and I hated it. The job I have now is trash and I hate it. Every job that doesn't involve me standing center stage, spotlight on me, belting out the 11 o'clock number in a revival of some like obscure musical of which I am the first black person to play whatever role I am playing, period. That's it. That's all. I have dreams, okay? But even if I didn't have such lofty goals, this bullshit, I still wouldn't be for it. I still would not be up down for this. Like, what is this? I'm going to describe to you what an average person's day consists of, and like you tell me, you roll this around in your head and you tell me if this sounds like something that makes sense for all of us to have just been doing for all of this time, okay, just listen. Close your eyes for a second. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to like visualize this like person that I'm about to describe, this person's day that I'm about to describe, because it's most of our days, and I really want you to listen, and I really want you to internalize how bullshit this is. So just listen, okay? Just listen. So, okay, the average person's day consists of the following: getting up at an ungodly hour to get dressed and go to a job that you have because it pays the bills. And for some, the job that they're at right now doesn't pay all the bills, so they have 1 or 2 more. Some people even have 3 more jobs, which means some people are out here working 4 jobs just to survive. Roll that around in your head for a minute. Roll it. 4 jobs. People are out here working way more than 40 hours a week, and they are still like either just breaking even or being like nowhere close to breaking even. I'm gonna continue. You get up, then you get to work, and the everyday duties of your job annoy you. I know mine do. I have a clerical job, and I really feel like it's a complete waste of every ounce of potential and brain matter that I have to do a lot of the stuff that I do. And it hyperbolic speak for me to say this, but it literally sometimes pains me to do my job because of how like menial I just feel it is. And there's nothing wrong with clerical work, but I was meant to do more, and I don't feel any kind of way saying that. I was put on this earth to do more than manage someone else's calendar, make copies, attach signatures to documents that I don't want to read. I don't want to even be familiar with. I don't want to see these. I just don't want to. back to the day. So you're at work and you're doing the things that you don't want to do, going back and forth from your cubicle to the copy room to the bathroom because you have to keep going to the bathroom just to like bang your head against the wall because you hate being there so much. And you're texting your best friend about how annoyed you are with everything that happens and everyone around you, and it's just it's draining. You get off and it's now 5 o'clock. It is 5 o'clock and you walked through the door at 8:30. So you spent from sun up till sundown in a windowless, often plantless, just lifeless, soul crushing, out of the beige or gray office. You sit in that all day. You've spent your entire day in there. Now let's think to your paycheck. Do you get enough money to sacrifice your entire day for the majority of the week, dog? It's 7 days in a week. On average, you're working 5 days a week for 8 hours. And eight is a stretch because, girl, it used to be like 12 in the average working hours. And really nowadays, people are averaging like 12 hours a day. This shit is broken. What even is it? Who is it set up to benefit? Not us, certainly. It's damn sure not set up to benefit the average everyday worker. So, excuse me for saying I'm really not interested in this shit. Like, I have never been interested in it, but I've been doing it for years. It's because we've all been brainwashed to think, you go to college and you get a job, and, doing all that other stuff is risky. This, at least, you may not be living la vida loca, but, you're getting by. Don't settle for getting by. Oh, my goodness. Good gracious. No, honey. Don't settle. Don't settle for being vitamin D deficient, okay? Because if you work in an office, in a cubicle, you are vitamin D deficient. Just ask your doctor to do a little test. You'll find out you're vitamin D deficient. You're not getting enough sun. You're not outside enough. You're inside of a stuffy office. So I say don't settle. Don't settle. Don't you dare. Don't you dare settle. Don't you settle for a cubicle when you want a stage. Don't settle for a cubicle if what you really want to do is like open your own plant shop. If that's what you want to do, figure out how to do it and just go do it. When this shit really clicks in that you really what you're doing is giving away the bulk of your time and you're not even getting fairly compensated for it. You're not. I make now after I got like a little pay bump, I make $46,000 a year. To me, $46,000 a year sounds like the salary of someone who is working part-time. That really sounds like you want half my time. It really does. Not even half, a percentage of my time. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with 46,000? I can tell you what you're doing. Absolutely nothing, because before taxes, your paycheck is going to be about $1,900. If you work for any kind of official organization, you've got health insurance connected to your job. That's boom. I'm going to say if you got good insurance, that's base $86 that they take in. But that's not even including the prescription little thing that you got that you have to get, to be able to use what that like Express Scripts and stuff like that. And they have that CVS one now. That's not counting all of that. And that's certainly not counting the chunk of taxes that they about to take out of that. So what you're really taking home every 2 weeks is about $1,400 a month. Not a month. Oh my goodness. But let me tell you about how at my first job it was $1,800 a month. Literally, I was working all the time and I was taking home $1,800 a month. But at this current job, after taxes, you got $1,400 every check. What you about to do with $2,800 a month? You take your rent out of that. You're not even at 2,000. You're not even at 2,000. You're not even at 2,000. Groceries. Oh my goodness. Food is so expensive. Why is cheese $5? Can somebody please explain to me why cheese is $5? Why is cheese $5? Why is cheese $5? And you can really just skip the meat aisle. Because that's what makes your grocery bill so high. But that's not even true, because you'll run into the grocery store for a couple of things. You'll be like, okay, now I just need some grapes, and I need some ketchup, and I need some juice. Grapes, ketchup, and juice, you just spent $60. I'm not even playing. I'm not playing. You just spent $60. So you're giving up your entire day for 5 days out of the week. A lot of people are giving up 6 to 7 days of the week, and you're still not breaking even, dog. Like, why would you keep going on this trajectory? It's showing that it doesn't work. This is my thing. Like, I feel like enough people have not really been put face to face with the real definition of insanity here. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It's not going to happen. The result is never going to change. Us continuing to go into these jobs like little drones, these jobs that we can't stand, and I'm just gonna, most people don't like their jobs. Most people have a dream. Most people have something that they wanted to do, something that they want to do, and something that they feel like maybe it's too late to do. It's never too late, honey, because when I tell you something, we don't know where Susan Boyle is right now, honey, but Susan Boyle got her moment. Susan Boyle got up on that stage and she sang down, and she had a career. She at least had one album, and that thing was like #1. So you couldn't knock Susan Boyle off #1 for weeks, honey. You know who else had a career? William Hung. She bangs. He legitimately like had an album.
And they're gonna be high as a kite by then.
And released it. And people were jamming. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Earlier I told you I've been reading, a lot of articles and stuff about the demise of the corporate structure and everything. But along with those, I've been seeing so much about how millennials specifically are done. But I'm going to argue and say millennials, we've always been done with this. We've never fallen for the okie doke. We really haven't. We from the very beginning, we knew this was some bullshit. And everybody called us lazy and said we didn't want to work for anything and we just wanted to climb straight to the top, blibbity blibbity blib. And like, no, that we're not lazy, because we almost fell for the okie doke, because most of us went to college because it was like, oh, you go to college. Like, you go to college and you'll get a higher paying job. So we all went to college. We got out. We looked at these job postings. It wasn't adding up. The math wasn't mathing. Like, wait a minute. I spent all this time. You said go to school. I went to school. You said when I got out of school, I would be able to get a job that would pay me more than it would have had I not gone to school. Well, my God, I would hate to see what we would be making had we not gone to school, because what we are making is nothing. How are we the only generation that is making less than our parents, and y'all are out here calling us lazy? What? Millennials are the ones who are working more than one job, like 2 and 3 jobs, along with a side hustle, because we're not about to be doing this for the rest of our lives. Like, we can't even take going into our 30s still doing it. So just because millennials really sat down and worked it out in our heads, like I really did. Like, I sat down and crunched those numbers, honey. I crunched the numbers. So when I thought about how many hours I was actually working and then what I was getting paid, and then really letting it sink in, and I'm going to keep saying this, you are giving your entire day away to people who you don't even like. You're doing things that you hate, and the money that you're getting paid it doesn't add up. It doesn't equal up. It's not paying you enough to be able to live. People will really try and tell you that like $46,000 is enough for, I'm 28, I don't have any dependents, so that means that the government takes all of the money that they want. But people will look me in my face and be like, oh, well, you a single woman, you don't have no kids, with $46,000, like, what you trying to do? Like, I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to, create a life that works for me. I'm not trying to be on this fucking dumbass hamster wheel for the rest of my life trying to fucking make ends meet. I'm not trying to make ends meet, dog. I don't want to have to make the ends meet. I want them ends to meet like that, to meet like a to meet so hard that I have nothing to worry. I have nothing to worry about. My mama ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, my best friend ain't got nothing to worry about. I don't want them ends to meet. I want them ends to meet, fall in love, have several children, and never break up, baby. That's what I want them ends to do. Like, ends meet. No, I want them ends to be soulmates, okay? Them ends gotta be soulmates. So, I'm trying to be good monetarily, okay? Because no matter what anybody says, money is your key to happiness. People who be sitting around saying stuff like, money doesn't buy you happiness, you're not using your money right. You are not using your money right. If a pile of money dropped into my lap right now, do you understand how happy I would be? If all of a sudden somebody was like, here's $5 million, girl, I'd be like, 5? Can I get a little more? But with the 5, I would listen. I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna get me a top-notch therapist. I'm gonna get me a wellness coach. Okay, I'm gonna get me a trainer who also doubles as a motivational speaker and a life coach. I'm going to do all of the things that make me happy, okay? I'm going to do whatever I want. And people sitting around talking about money don't make you happy. Well, you're not using it right. You're not using it right. You're not using it right. And people also, like, they'll be like, oh, well, with money comes problems. And the problem is usually other people asking you for your money. How about you just get well acquainted with the word no? I'm already very well acquainted with the word no. I tell people no all the time. No, I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I used to say yes to people, to helping people out, but I experienced one of the most selfish people on the planet, and that snapped me out of it. And now I just be no, no, no. You be saying no, 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 no. It's never gonna be yeah for me. It's always gonna be no, 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 no. So when I get rich and people start calling me, asking me for money, I'm gonna be like, no, because you normally it's gonna be people who you don't speak to anyway. So I'm gonna be like, I haven't spoken to you in how long, and you want money from me? No. And I'm not going to feel a way about it. I'm really not going to feel a way about saying no. And maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'll be less cold-hearted when I do come into my riches, but I really don't think so. I want to do a lot of charity work with my money. I plan on being like very, very rich. I already have like a mantra, I walk around and I imbue my Nene Leak spirit, and I just say to myself in the mirror, I am a very rich. Okay, honey, I am a very rich. You got to speak it into existence, okay? I am a very rich, okay? For a lot of people, your frustration with corporate America comes because you have an entrepreneurial spirit and you really do just want to control your own life. But like, what about the people who don't want any parts of that? What about the people who really do just really want to live very low-key lives and hold down a low-key job, raise a family and stuff like that? Like, what about those people? I really just don't think they deserve to be unhappy at work. Offices are horrible. They're horrible. You will never convince me that any office building on this face of this planet, of this earth, has 100% of the people inside of it being happy, healthy, enthused workers. You just won't. Even like Zappos. Don't know how like people be talking about Zappos work environment, how it's like great and the people can like bring their dogs to work and shit. I am pretty sure there are people on the Zappos staff who cannot stand their jobs, who cannot stand their supervisors, who don't get paid enough to do their job. I am positive that exists. I really am. I am positive that exists within even companies who have what seems to be ideal working conditions, because this system is broken. And I don't even know if I adequately expressed how broken it is. I feel like the only point that needs to be made is that people spend obscene amounts of time working and they don't have enough money to cover their bills. They don't have enough money to cover their bills and then, live their lives. What if you want to go on a trip? What if you have an emergency? I'm not about to be putting my energy into growing within this system. My mom is always trying to tell me, like, go back to school. I have a bachelor's degree. She wants me to get a master's, a doctorate, all of these certifications and certificates. I'm not doing that. I don't want to be a part of this corporate structure. I'm not going to sit around and wait for conditions to change in this stuff. It ain't what I want to do. So no, I'm not going to waste my time getting more pieces of paper to do things that I don't want to do. People are just not falling for this okie doke anymore. People are going to be like demanding flex hours and being like, well, I've displayed that I can really do my entire job from home and I don't ever need to step foot in this office. And, and people are quitting jobs left and right because of the increased, number in remote jobs nowadays. So people who are being made to now like go back to work after this, because I'm being made to go back to work and I'm like, I'm gonna go back in there, but like I don't want to go back in there, but I don't feel like applying for another job that I also don't want. I'm just so frustrated. Okay, y'all, so that's that on that. I'll be back at another time. I don't have a set schedule with these videos. I'm still trying to find my little flow. Although we're figuring things out here over at Shelby Enterprises, okay? Shelby C. Sullivan Enterprises, okay? And I'll be back. I do know that my next video will very likely be a Real Housewives of Potomac review of the first 2 episodes. I'm a Housewives fanatic. I love Housewives, all of the franchises. Literally just yesterday I added the live TV section to my Hulu because I was very tired of scrambling around trying to find my Housewives episodes, and I just really needed them to be at my disposal. And also, this was the best decision I have ever made. Hulu Live, they don't pay me. They don't even know who I am. But Hulu Live, honey, that was the best decision I ever made because this is lit. I've been watching Turner Classic Movies all day. They have a Natalie Wood marathon on right now. Right now what's on, or what was on before I started filming, was Inside Daisy Clover. Oh my goodness. And before that it was Gypsy, and before that it was Splendor in the Grass. Oh, I'm telling you, if you can afford it, add live TV. Add it. Just add it. Don't consider it. Just add it. Oh, bye-bye. I'll see you whenever I see you, because like I said, I have no schedule in mind. I'm all over the place. I'll get it together. I promise. Please, just have to give me a minute. I can't do it.